Good day. Welcome to our third video. So if you are new to the channel, please go through our playlist of functions. Then you will see other parts of this topic that I've covered, and also some other topics which you've covered so far. And also please subscribe, and then also like and comment. So without wasting any time, I'm going to go to the other part that I was missing about parabola. So remember in the previous video, we got the intercepts. We got the y-intercept and the coordinates of the y-intercept that we got. We knew it was 0 and 10. We got 0 and 10 from the previous video as the intercepts. So it was 0 and 10. Those were our y-intercept. It was 0 and 10. And then we also got the 0 and 10. We also got the x-intercept, which were we had -5 and 0. So the x ones were -5 and 0, because we had two different x-intercepts, which was -5 and 0 from the previous video, the part 2 one. And then the other one, or don't forget, it's going to be or. Then the other one was -2 and 0. Those were our two x-intercepts. And then in case if you're wondering which equation of parabola that we used this equation as an example, which was y is equals to x squared plus 7x plus 10. That was our equation from the previous video. It was x squared plus 7x plus 10 from the previous video as our equation. So we use that equation to find the y-intercept of 0 and 10, and also these two different x-intercepts. So on this video, I want to show you guys now how to draw the graph. Because remember, we were given the equation alone. They didn't give us the graph. And then from the equation, we went there and found the intercepts. So now, once you've got the intercepts, how do we then go and find the graph, or draw the graph, sorry. So the first thing, the collision plane, this will be x and y. So the good thing, mostly in grade 12, they give you guys a graph paper, which will have accurate readings. So now, once you get the y and the x axis, remember a is positive here. The value of a is the number before your x squared, so it's +1. So automatically you know you must get a smiley face. Now let's put the intercepts as they are. Let's graph 0 and 10. So I know my graph will cut y at 10, and then the other x value that I'm having, I'm going to have -2 there as my x value, and I'm going to have -5 there as my other x value, -5, and then I'll just extend the graph. Oh, so that looks so bad. So just remove that part there because it looks so terrible. Can't have a graph looking like that. So that'll just be the graph continuing until. So we could just have it like that, and then here maybe just have 2, and then maybe here just have -5, for example, as our, and then we can have your 0 there. So that's a typical graph. So first thing first, we must do the intercepts. So I'm going to advise you guys that when you do the intercepts, put the dots where the coordinate is. For example, the y-intercept, we know it's 0 and 10. So it will be somewhere around there. The point will be somewhere around there. Then you're going to put the point for the x-intercept. The first point can be there. The other point will be there. So those are the two x-intercepts where the graph will cut at x. So that's my typical graph. It's cutting those 2 points. So now remember, it must be a smiley face. By smiley, we're referring to the shape because a is it's a positive value. So the graph will can start from here, and then it will cut x there first, then it will go down, and then it will come back and cut my x again at that interval, and then it will just continue like that. Remember, you must cut y at that point as well. So that will be your graph. It will cut x at those 2 different points, and to cut y there. So that will be the shape. Shape must be smiley because a is positive. Then that will be you drawing the graph using the intercept points we got in the previous equation. So yeah, this will be all for this session. I wanted to show you guys how to draw the graph, or I think yeah, I still have time. Let me just attempt to also use maybe any random intercepts and draw the graph and see if the graph will make sense. So let's just do another graph. And let's say I've got intercepts again. Let's say I've got the intercepts again. Just want to see if I can draw the graph from the intercepts. Let's say now I have this type of graph. Just say now I'm going to have this type of graph. Let's say we have x squared, and then let's have plus x and then minus 6 as our equation, minus 6 as your equation. So we know to find the x and the y intercept. Let's have x this side, and then let's have the y-intercept this side to find the x and the y-intercept. So for x-intercept, remember the value of y must be 0. So wherever you see y, you're going to put 0. That will be 0 there. And then you're going to equate it to x squared plus x minus 6. Minus 6. That's your equation that they gave, or that I gave you guys. So remember, from here onwards, you must find the two factors. And if you guys are not comfortable finding the factors, I advise again, use the quadratic formula, which will have a, b, and c. So the first thing that you're going to get here, we have minus 6. There are two numbers that when you multiply them, they'll give you minus 6. So we know we can use minus 1 and minus 6, but those 2, 1 and 6 won't give us 1. So the other one that we can use is 2 and 3. So if you're using 2 and 3, I know the other one must be negative. So this one number will be 2 negative, and then the other one will be 3, which will be positive 3. So negative 2 plus 3 will give us positive 1. So this whole thing, remember, is equals to 0. So meaning when you solve for x, x will be equals to 2, and then or x equals to minus 3. But if you do the quadratic formula, you get these two x values as they are, which will, I think also it does save you guys some bit of time if you use the formula than factorizing, because factorizing you can make a mistake with the sign. But if you're comfortable with any method, you can use any. So meaning my two intercepts will be 2. Remember y is 0, so it will be 2 and 0. And the other one will be negative 3 and 0, because y must be 0 in the x-intercept. And then that's it. And then just take them down there. And then remember, for y-intercept, x must be 0. Wherever we see x, just put 0. So this will be y will be equals to, wherever we see x, we're going to put 0 there. So we're going to put 0 there. So it will be 0 squared plus, again, this x, I'm going to put 0 again. 0 again, and then minus 6 as your equation. So if you put this whole number in the calculator, that should give us an answer of negative 6 because everything else will be 0, so it will be negative 6. Remember, y-intercept x is 0, so the x coordinate is 0. What is our y coordinate? Minus 6. So that would be your equation, or your intercept. So now I've got the intercept again. We can use them to draw a graph. Here there's a terrible line here, guys. Whatever you do in the exam or test, don't be like me. Don't just draw random lines like that, because I know most teachers get offended if your line is not looking good. So yeah, please don't be like me in the exam room, because I'm really clumsy when it comes to drawing lines and graphs from my grade 10 or my grade 8 days. So that would be 0 there. So remember, now you put all the values as they are. For x-intercept, I'm having 2 there, and then the other one is giving me negative 3. So you put them as they are on the x, and then on the y, I'm having minus 6. So I'll put minus 6 as it is now. This will be minus 6, and then I'm just going to put 3 there. It shows that there's a positive value somewhere there. So remember, the graph must cut x at negative 3. So that's the graph cutting there. And don't forget, a is positive again. This is your a here. Your a is 1, which is positive. So it must be a smiley face. So it will cut there. And then remember, it must cut y there as well. And then it will cut x there as well. So that will be your shape of the graph. It will cut x at negative 3 and at 2, but y at negative 6. That will be your graph using the intercepts. So yeah, that will be all for this video. And again, guys, please like and share and subscribe for more content.